chilly and we've got a storm moving in. So I'm coming out here to feed Morris. I just let Stripe and Marty out. Here, Morris, come here. Here you go. I think we're going to get some rain. I want to make sure you get your breakfast. Hey, bud. We've been hearing it rumble for an hour on approach, so I'll be back out later. Hey, Stripey. Stripey, hey, you splooting? Well, half a sploot. Marty ran to use the bathroom. I may let him back in if he finishes up before it rains. Well, this is like the slowest moving thunderstorm cell ever. It's north of us and it's dropping down. I don't know. Maybe it'll fizzle out before it gets here. I can't tell. But we've had a couple of drips, so we can say it's rain, but we've not had much. I don't know if we'll be able to walk during our short window this morning or not. We'll see. Good morning, Gray. Good morning. Oops, I got something extra in my hands this morning. How are you? You good girl? Good, 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 good. Here you go. Well, we do have a nice gentle rain. As loud as it sounded before it got here, it wasn't very loud by the time it got here. We would be leaving to go walk right now, but I'm not going to walk in the rain this morning when I've got to leave and go to the chiropractor and do shopping and stuff, so. Oh, well. Well, it's still raining a little bit, but most of it is now south of us. I didn't have time to look and see how much we got, but I'm guessing 2 or 3/10 of an inch. It rained, you know, enough. I am out of here on time. As long as I don't get held up in traffic, there won't be any issues today. The swelling is down in my foot again, so that's really good. I got my, sneaker on with no problem. So I think I can say that I am past the point of concern about cellulitis developing in any of those bites. I did get bit by some ants on my neck yesterday afternoon, and on the left side, it's uncomfortable. I think I'll live. Oh, they patched Don's pothole. They've been out here to patch that thing at least 4 times in the last year in that vicinity over there, and I see that they patched it again. And the thing of it is if they're going to continue to patch that the way they're patching it, they're just going to have to come out again. But maybe that's cost effective. I don't know. I wish they would fix it properly at this point. So I've started a new book, a new box set called The Alternate, or The Alt Apocalypse by Tom Abrams, and he's written quite a few post-apocalyptic books. This is a different construct where it's the same characters. I believe there's 7, I want to say 7 books, maybe there's 6. It's the same characters in each book, but it's a different apocalypse, and in some books, some of the characters make it, and in other books, different characters make it, and it's kind of interesting. I'm on, I guess, the 3rd scenario now. It was, the first one was nuclear, the second one was fire, and the third one here is water. We'll just call it water. I don't think that's giving anything away, what the apocalypses are that the characters actually have to endure, work their way through, fight. He did say something about a person driving a Tesla in the last book, in the fire book, that I didn't appreciate too much. It was one of those stereotypical, all people that drive Teslas are snotty or drive poorly or some such malarkey. So I wasn't too happy about that. It wasn't the most, it egregious abuse, but it wasn't, I didn't appreciate it either. So we'll see. Hopefully that won't repeat in any of the other books, but you know, if you're going to say something about Tesla, I'm going to notice. The first 2 stories are set in California, so it wasn't inappropriate that there was a Tesla in the book, but FSD and more vehicles cannot come fast enough. Yes, I've already had some things out here. There was an older couple on Highway 55, and he was in the passenger seat and she was driving, and she just wasn't able to go the speed limit or make good decisions about changing lanes, and I think they were just headed to the landfill. You know, I just felt they would be safer if they had automated assistance. Other drivers were starting to do really dumb things because they were going so far below the speed limit. And then there was a cop in an unmarked Suburban that was white that had pulled over this older gentleman in a van, and the guy in the van was still in his vehicle, but he was obviously upset and being quite mouthy with the police officer. I assume he was speeding and the cop pulled him over. There's a lot of radar traps in Holly Springs in the 55 area. I don't know, but yelling at a police officer is never a good idea. And then I got on the turnpike, and the car in front of me in the middle lane, after I had moved over, I was driving, was going below the posted speed limit and just wouldn't pick up speed. So I went to go around the car. It was a female driver, and she was on her phone, and she was talking quite animatedly. And of course, when I went to pass her, which I think was legitimate, in the left lane, in the appropriate lane, she sped up and sort of tried to keep me from going around her. I just wanted to pass her and get back in front of her and go about my business. But anyway, she was on her phone and obviously, you know, not super paying attention to what she was doing. And yeah, it's just, I'm reminded every Tuesday when I'm out driving about that there's a lot of stuff going on out here. A lot of stuff. I think all of these situations probably could have been helped by FSD. So I saw the Guy Humor maps on X yesterday about the service area expansion of the Tesla Robotaxi in Austin. And it was funny the first 30 times maybe. Then it got to be a little less funny over time. Maybe X will have something on it today other than that. But there were a couple of posts out there that were funny. They were. And then I saw that I guess they're going to put it up for a vote whether Tesla should invest in XAI. Don and I did not have time to talk about that, but I suppose I would be positive on that. I think I would be positive on that. Well, okay, the light is green, so we can go. And she came out and she went in the right lane as far as I'm concerned today, so that's good. Looked like she might have seen that piece of cardboard in the road, that trash, and stayed a little right and not gone over top of it, so that's good. Yeah. And I am still on time. Yeah, this spot's always red. All done, and I see the sun is out and the heat is cranking. We pulse my lower back and my left shoulder blade area. You know, my major complaint today would be the pain in that shoulder blade, which basically hasn't let up for 2 weeks now. I really don't know what I did to it. And neck movements make it worse, and things you would think wouldn't be good don't bother it at all. It's kind of weird. I'm over it though. It's stressful when you're in pain all the time. Right now it feels a little better. All Alright, let's see what we can find today. Last week the air conditioning was fixed, so I'm glad for them that it didn't turn into a months-long thing. Well, this is where the plant pots are. I'm not seeing anything today, unfortunately. This is kind of cute. Life is like a camera. Just focus on what's important, capture the good times, develop from the negatives, and if things don't work out, just take another shot. I really like that. I don't have a place to put it, but I really like it. Not seeing any Lego board games or even Legos in the back. I've already been back there one time and looked. No black cat, kitty cat books I couldn't live without. And I haven't spotted any coffee mugs I think I need to take home today either. I seriously looked for kitchen stuff. I mean, Johnny doesn't need a lot, but there's a few basic things every kitchen's got to have. I ended up getting a ladle and a pasta spoon. Who knew? So this week we have a disabled vehicle and a car assisting blocking the intersection over here. This parking lot is just... there's always a problem somewhere. I mean, your vehicle breaks down where it breaks down. I assume that wasn't by choice, but I'm headed inside now. I'm done with my shopping, and I'm actually running a little early for whatever reason. It's only 1:40 p.m., so I'll be home a little after 2. It's about 30 minutes to the house. It wasn't too bad in there today, but at the checkout at the end, the cashier put the last, let's see, there was 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces of groceries in the bag that has all the other bags, and they were discontinuing out a steak seasoning that I use all the time, so it was like half price and probably the last 5 bottles I can buy. All of those went into that bag. I mean, why would you do that? Why would you not just pull a bag out of the bag of bags and put the last 8 items or so in a bag by themselves? So I didn't say anything, and I just went off to the side and I fixed it. Because Don would be confused when we get home. My guys wouldn't normally bring in the bag of bags. They just leave it in the car. They wouldn't know there were groceries in the bag of bags. Now maybe when Don went to put the bags that we took the stuff out of back into the bag of bags, he might have seen that there were groceries in there. And she had put my roast beef in there, so that would have even been a cold thing. That wouldn't have been good. Of course, I ate my roast beef. That was my snack, but I don't know. Sometimes I think I need to run a business and teach people how to bag groceries the right way. Which, of course, is my way. No, I mean, at least try to put a little common sense into the bagging process, I guess. I don't know. It's fixed. I didn't say anything. I just quietly left. Well, I'm going to film FSD coming into the neighborhood because I'm having a friendly discussion with one of my friends about whether or not Ruby and Robot can do FSD just as good. I don't know about just as good, but pretty darn close. I mean, it's annoying to have to put my hand on the wheel and wiggle it with Ruby, but I don't think Ruby will do the driveway, and Robot is pretty flawless on the driveway, but we'll see. But you know, hey, both cars can turn into the cul-de-sac without going into the grass now, so that's good. Yeah, I mean, Ruby's just going to come here and she's just going to think about it. Or is she actually going to go on the driveway today? Oh, she's mad at me because I've not touched the wheel. I got so excited. See, she's thinking, come on, Ruby, you can do it, girl. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Should I give her just a little bit of acceleration? She says home is in 400 feet. I don't doubt it. We always tell people the driveway is 400 feet long. Well, you know, I really don't think she can do it. But the only thing I'm going to say is that I keep on putting my foot on the accelerator and then telling her to go a little bit. There is a lot of contrast here right now. All right, she can't do it. I'm going to get out and get the mail. I tried. I'm gonna start putting bricks on the second floor here in a minute. I am cooking bacon and making cheese stuffed chicken breast. Oops, one of the pieces of bacon slid off. I made pretty good progress, but I gotta stop for dinner. I don't have any of the tall column red pieces, so I substituted some of the short pieces to make a column. And yeah, you can see the interleaving has started there in the center. I'll pick back up tomorrow. We sort of had a cat food emergency. I don't mean to say that there's not any cat food at the house. That's not true. But we didn't have any Fancy Feast left. It's not coming until Thursday from Amazon. And Marty was unhappy. So I'm like, can you...
And we can't have that. Oh, no.
No, we can't. Well, he meows. He looks at you with those pitiful little ginger eyes. And he's like... So...